Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they? Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Mercer. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This defense for the Commanders, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And when the playoffs are ahead, this is how you build momentum because they pitched a shutout last week. And I don't care who you're playing. That's not easy to do at this level. And they're playing their best football at the right time of year.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And now they'll throw with Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And quickly finding Reagor. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. An option give to Davis Price. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lance, they'll run the screen to Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Lance now on 1st down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And a short gain here down to the 22. They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go.
The 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Davis-Price up the middle.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ty Davis-Price with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have taken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another run. This time it's Ivory. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 3rd down. Here's Ivory.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down, Mercer. He finds Ivory here.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. Third and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third and long, it's Lance.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coach?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up third and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dive. Going for it, here's Davis Price. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's fielded at the 34. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on 1st down, Mercer. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by...
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done. Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking out extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Lance. This is caught. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there.
Good for a Commander's 1st down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 64 yards.
And the Commanders have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
And oh, it's blocked. And the Niners have it. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. 30, 10, 5, and he's all the way into the end zone. And so much for losing the lead with the 2 points there. This game's back to even.
Boy, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection led to the block.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He was waving as hard as wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass and you blew coverage on, what did you say to it?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Right back to him on 1st down. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 53 yards on the ground for him so far.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Mercer. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Shotgun handoff this time. Ivory. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Okay, right?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now, he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On second down, here's Lance. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Lance looking to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Read option. Here's Davis Price. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Now Lance. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
On third down, here's Mitchell. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. Able to find Gray here. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now third down coming up.
Ready, break.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Mitchell.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception up.
And that's caught inside the 30. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Sly on for the extra point.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Lance looking to throw. Looking for Gray, and he's got him. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. That'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Here's Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. And a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great. But they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
And he's going to have a first down, but he's tackled inbounds up near midfield. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And some space here. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Extra point attempt to come here. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Niners 43, Commanders 36.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Charles, normally when you see a group score...